Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to Guitar Intervals Unleashed, where today we're going to use the NANDI method to find sharps and flats on our fretboard. You may know from previous lessons that the order of the natural notes is B, E, A, D, G, C, F, which we've used the mnemonic bacon, eggs, and donuts gain calories fat. This is how it looks if you were to climb the fretboard in fourths, starting from the 7th fret on the low E string, B, E, A, D on the same fret. You have to make one half-step adjustment from a G to B string because it is a major third and not a perfect fourth. Then get G and C. Bring the C from the high E back to the low E, and then 1/4 up from C and you get F, and that's every natural note, B, E, A, D, G, C, F. But how does this help us find the sharps and flats? Well, if you were to sharp every natural note, you would get every sharp note. B sharp, E sharp, A sharp, D sharp, G sharp, C sharp, F sharp. You can do the same thing in the opposite direction. If you were to flat every natural note, you'll get B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, C flat, F flat. Now, you may be aware that there's only 12 notes in an octave, but considering the natural notes, all the sharp notes, and all the flat notes we've just named, that gives us 21 notes. So what's going on? Where are all these extra notes coming from? What's happening is there aren't any extra notes at all. There's just extra names for the same note. These are called enharmonic notes. If we look at a keyboard, we know it looks like this, with 7 white keys and 5 black keys. That's all 12 notes. The black keys all have 2 names. For instance, G flat and F sharp are the same key on the keyboard, but they're spelled differently. You would use one name over another depending on the scale you're using or the chord you're trying to play, basically depending on the context. But that's only 5 of the notes, so there's still a few extra notes not accounted for. That's because some of the white keys also have 2 names. For example, F flat would just be E, E sharp would be F, C flat would just be B, and B sharp would be C, because there's no black key between B and C or between E and F. Giving a flat or sharp name to a note that we typically think of as a natural note isn't extremely common, but it's important to know. Imagine, for example, that you're playing in F sharp major. The 7 of F sharp major would be 1 half step down from F sharp, which would make it the note we typically think of as F. But you wouldn't want 2 Fs in one scale, so you would call that note E sharp, just to be consistent. You can note that the natural notes A, D, and G are the only notes that don't have an enharmonic name. Here we see a similar diagram as before, but instead of just seeing the natural notes or flats or sharps, we see all of the enharmonic notes with their names going across the fretboard. Remember, you can use the mnemonic bacon, eggs, and donuts gain calories fat for all the flats, sharps, and natural notes because the order is the same. Likewise, you can also check out our lesson on how to find all the natural notes on your fretboard and fill in the blanks in between to find the flats and or sharps. With these 2 lessons, you can find every single note on your fretboard and be able to get to it from any note on your fretboard. Thank you guys so much. I hope you guys enjoyed this lesson. Click on the circle of force in the bottom left-hand corner for more stuff like this, and please subscribe.